Good evening, Aries. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Tonight I'm going to be giving an ex-lover type romantic specific reading since I've been displaying a lot of readings for you guys, letting you know that a lover will return. So I'm going to just do a reading for you guys just to let you know what energies I'm seeing present within this. And to save down on some time, Aries, I've already shuffled the cards and I'm presenting them or displayed them as we see here. Okay? So just prior to really, diving into your reading, Aries, I just want to get a few general observations, just from looking at your spread here. We see that the predominant energy here that you have is Wands. So that would suggest, Aries, that this is all about karmic chance meetings or unexpected circumstances. Also, when you see that you have all of these wands in your reading, it also indicates that a varied, interesting, and stimulating period is ahead for you. It also shows that you're going to make, you're going to make the most of new opportunities, and you're also going to make new friends. And you might even be inclined to, Aries, to kind of take on much more than you can reasonably handle. So when you do have this type of energy in your reading, is that, you might burn yourself out. So you may want to just try to slow yourself down here. Also, Aries, I'm noticing here too is that, most of the cards are high. So this would suggest to me that you're about to experience major changes in your life. And these changes, Aries, are going to be very important and significant. Okay? Just looking at a few other observations here. I see that there are 3 2s here. So when you see 3 2s in a reading, it kind of gives you pleasant, happy times, that you may have with close friends and loved ones. And it also provides an opportunity to kind of share your ideas with people you respect and admire. Okay. We also have 2 queens here, Aries. So this would suggest to me that perhaps a rival or someone, potentially a female or meeting with a female, is gossiping perhaps about you in some way, or, there's some type of gossiping actions that appear to be going on. Okay. We also have 2 7, so it would suggest to me that this month is going to be, filled for you with light-heart, frivolous fun, okay? So let's look at a few more advanced techniques before I get into this reading, okay? We have the Queen of Wands there, the Queen of Wands, and, the Ace of Wands. So, Aries, that would suggest to me that one of you appears to be unsympathetic, perhaps, or indecisive, when affection is shown. Okay? We also have the 2 of Swords here. And we have the 7 of Cups. So, your ex appears to be very immature, or perhaps he or she acts, irresponsibly. We also have 2 Aries, the 7 of Wands here, okay, and the Hierophant. So that would suggest to me, Aries, that this relationship has potential for abuse, or you're being abused, or perhaps have been abused. And, since there's a predominance of Wands energy, that would suggest to me that perhaps there's a lot of spiritual abuse, perhaps one of you may use religion or morals to kind of control the other. And because this is like from an ex-lover type, perspective, it could be potentially more so coming from your ex, but it could also be coming from you as well. Okay. We also, Aries, have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Okay. That would suggest, it shows that, there's an imbalance of power in this relationship. And like I said, someone appears to be overbearing or power driven. Now, Aries, since, a 2, 3, or 7 or 9 number appears immediately before or after a card from the major arcana cards, we have a few majors here. a time in conjunctions usually occur. So let's look at, our first conjunction. We see that the Seven of Cups here, okay, it precedes a major arcana card. So it suggests to me that a choice needs to be made, and this therefore says that within the upcoming week, you might need to kind of expand your level of awareness and look closely at the opportunities available to you, because some of the alternatives may not deliver hope for outcomes, Aries. And although things might not seem readily apparent to you, you're going to soon begin to kind of see with greater clarity, I'm saying. Okay? Let's find another one, conjunction. We have the Two of Cups preceding. We actually have the Two of Cups preceding a major arcana card. So this suggests to me that an event, Aries, is likely to occur within 2 weeks that, it's going to concern your relationship. And of course, this relationship involves attachments of a highly emotional nature. Okay? Now, since the Two of Swords lead, Aries, occurs after a major arcana card, this says that, an event is likely to occur within 4 weeks, it looks like, concerning communications with a friend or either a partner. And I'm seeing contracts, phone calls, and other forms of communication. They're going to really figure in more prominently, too. All right. So now let's get right, into your reading now. Let's start with the card that fell to the bottom of the deck. We have the Tower here. So, Aries, actually the Tower, Mars rules Aries with this card. So this card symbolizing, Aries, the breaking apart of structures that pretty much have kept you in prison. And sudden and unexpected life changes form the core, of this card's meaning. Therefore, Aries, this card says you'll, be confused with an issue in this relationship that will really cause you to wonder if you've really been deluding yourself or operating under a false sense of assurance. Okay? You're going to feel betrayed or abandoned by your partner, and or a potential parting of the ways in your relationship could possibly be imminent. This card is kind of asking you to remain calm in the face of unexpected changes, Aries, or assaults, and kind of listen to your inner voice that you always know, that assure you that everything is really going to be all right. Okay? Let's move along to your first card and just look at your past history in a relationship. So we have the Queen of Wands. And so, Aries, this card it certainly represents you because it's an air sign, but of course it can represent Leo and Sagittarius too. But again, this card is all about, new avenues or paths, family matters or get-togethers. This card, Aries says, an admirer suddenly appeared, right? And a very passionate love affair happened. It was very hard for you to kind of really let go of that relationship, or really kind of let the relationship happen. And you no longer accepted what was and decided to kind of get a divorce or perhaps end the relationship. It looks like it could potentially be due to a misunderstanding, Aries, or an imagined slight over something that it looks like it wasn't handled or communicated effectively. Okay, let's move on to your next card and just see where you are now. And we have the Ace of Wands here. So, Aries, this ace is all about potential, that which could be or is about to be. It says you want a new beginning or a fresh start in love. And you won't want to kind of experience life alone or really have a part-time relationship. Because, Aries, you will want a full-time partner. And though though it appears that you're going to be very receptive, Aries, to those who advance, the time may not be ripe to kind of reap the full harvest. However, you're going to be surprised by a must-go trip, possibly a boat trip, as I suggested in another reading. Or it could be any other trip, or good news on a card or letter, and perhaps a sudden flirtation or romantic invitation you're going to be receiving. And this card is saying that you can expect a very happy union. And if you've had problems in the past, it looks like tensions or misunderstandings will be resolved. This could also indicate, perhaps, Aries, that your partner may propose a marriage or a possible living arrangement, you know. But I still see you analyzing your relationships, and you're going to be taking another look at your possibilities, and your outlook to you is going to appear to be good, okay? So let's move right along and just see where your ex is now, okay? And we have the Seven of Cups. So Aries, the Seven of Cups is actually Venus and Scorpio. So this card is all about the search for truth, you know, like those gut-wrenching experiences and life-altering events, you know, really that are usually associated or related, you know, to family, friends, you know, love, or feelings of powerlessness, inadequacy, or confusion, Aries. So your ex wishes things weren't so hard and or wants to become less emotional, Aries, or reactive, and kind of, you know, to be able to throw off or cut, you know, really off anyone or anything that could elicit a negative response. You know, he or she is currently experiencing a lot of vacillation in matters of the heart, and will be kind of looking for the right approach, or Aries, possibly the right mate. You know, your ex feels uncentered, confused, and unstable, alone, and he looks, or she looks, or appears to be very introspective. He or she particularly feels that the thing he or she wants most is light years away from being obtained, even if even possible, you know, and that he or she has no power whatsoever to kind of make any changes or create miracles. He or she appears to be disappointed in the fact that, you know, there is really no love or money in his or her life at this time. Okay? So let's move right along to your fourth card and look at how you really, you know, feel about getting together. You know, how your feelings are. So we have the High Priestess here. So with the High Priestess, the moon, you know, rules Cancer. Okay? So this card is all about waiting, you know, learning, assimilation, and application. So this card says you're going to be putting love, or perhaps the one you love, out of your thoughts in order to kind of avoid emotional entanglements or the pains of love or desire, you know. And with this card, I see that you're going to be at a crossroad, and you're going to wonder if you are going to come together or split, you know, apart once and for all. But you're going to have to just wait before the answer will be revealed, because only time will tell. And you know, Aries, I'm feeling that at times you're going to be impatient, but for the most part, you're going to be detached, withdrawn, uninvolved, or removed. And I see that your discerning abilities are going to be quite accurate, okay? So let's move right along just to look at your next card, and just to see how your ex really feels about, you know, really kind of reuniting or getting back together with you. We have the Two of Swords here. So with the Two of Swords, the moon is usually in Libra. So I'm getting all types of, you know, signs that's coming up. So that's why I say it could be either one, but I'm just sharing them as I go along. So this card is all about really moving ahead with anticipation in fight of fear, doubt, or confusion, or making decisions, and really aligning oneself with supportive or responsive friends. So with this card, this is suggesting to me that your ex kind of want to move ahead, you know, really without restriction, and he does, or she wants to reconnect. I'm feeling that he or she wants to extend a romantic proposal to you. However, his or her emotions, it appears to be a mixture right now of confusion, you know, excitement, worry, and hope. And he or she will have, you know, mixed emotions regarding the relationship with you, and the kinks that really need to be ironed out before he or she can kind of move ahead in good conscience, Aries, or progress can be resumed. I'm feeling that he or she will think that, you know, he or she will never really have that someone special, or that love will pass him or her by, or that if, you know, he or she severs this relationship in favor or another, you know, he or she could potentially wind up losing them both. So it's like I said, when you have this card, so it looks like the Libra, I mean, not the Libra, but it necessarily doesn't have to be the Libra, but it appears that your ex, you know, is probably kind of caught in between, you know, multiple peoples, you know, two or more people, you know, that could be present. And, you know, they're kind of not sure what to do. So they're pretty much in their head a lot. So let's move right along and just see who or what opposes what you really want, Aries. So that next card is the Seven of Wands. Okay, and with the Seven of Wands, Aries, Mars is in Leo. So this card is all about schedules, love affairs, and personal commitments. And you will want to be with, you know, your ex, but you won't be able to really surmount the obstacles that appear to be imposed on you by others or by time and circumstance. And I feel that the lack of commitment on the part of others, or really people who don't show up, follow through, or really drop the ball, it's going to be a big disappointment to you. And so this card is advising you to kind of ignore opposition and really let nothing make you veer off, you know, from your course. You know, it's kind of telling you to straighten out your affairs and make steps towards commitment, Aries, and kind of refuse to accept less than what is essentially right, you know, and kind of to thine own self be true, you know. So let's move right along to the next card and just look at who or what can kind of help you get what you want, okay? So that next card, Aries, is the Two of Cups. So with the Two of Cups, Venus is in Cancer. So this card is all about choices of the heart, deep feelings, or physical unions, you know, affinity, assistance, support, and cooperation, Aries. So this card is saying that, you know, there would be no union or total commitment with the one that you kind of want to be with until you, Aries, resolve an inner dispute first, like really getting clear on what it is that you need and want. Because your affections appear to be, like I said, is both of you guys seem to be having, you know, relations with other people, but it seems that both of you guys' affections appear to be torn between two, and you'll need to make a decision to kind of end one of them. You know, this card says you're going to acquire considerable help from others and attain some achievements on your own. However, Aries, doubt, fear, or lack of faith can kind of make you turn away from your chosen path. And the reason that this is so is that you do not trust where you are being led. So what you may consider doing is communicate your needs, then let go of this situation and kind of really see what happens, okay? Let's move right along to, you know, really, Aries, something you may not know about this situation, okay? So that next card is the Hierophant, okay? So with the Hierophant, it represents or it equates to Taurus, okay? So this card is all about establishments, you know, organizations, groups of structures, including a family structure, or, you know, even key or critical figures who, you know, kind of you can align yourself with, or, you know, the search for truth or understanding or new opportunities coming. So this card, Aries, is saying that romance is going to enter your life, but the relationship may not get off the ground because you want an elevated love and you will not settle for less. You know, I feel that you might sacrifice love altogether rather than have a relationship that isn't right, you know. You're going to not be fulfilled in this relationship because it is either productive or dissatisfying at a very deep level. And your feelings of anxieties will cause you to kind of turn within, Aries, to find the answers that you need. And if that doesn't work, you're going to seek the aid of others in an effort to find a solution. So this card says, Aries, it's better to kind of endure suffering or abstention than to kind of be in a position where you have to compromise yourself or your values. You know, because really, if your mind is filled with all the things it thinks it wants and needs, there can never be any room for betterment, you know. And for the higher to enter, you know, some of the debris must be cleared away. So let go of your attachments to the past, feelings of loss, or your old routine, and kind of move into the new and the unknown, because that is where you're going to find your opportunities now. Okay? Let's move right along to your outcome card, and we have the Queen of Hazards here. Okay? So that usually equates to an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and I'm kind of possibly getting or picking up an Aquarius too. But this card is all about hopes, Aries, wishes and aspirations. So this card says you're going to meet or be attracted to a very unusual or striking person who appears that they're going to be very just as interested in you. So this card says that you're going to be with this relationship with this ex, though. You're going to want to support a relationship, though, based on love, commitment, and honesty, and perhaps integrity. And you're going to be weighing a relationship or several relationships to kind of see if it measures up. And if it doesn't, you will unite or form a more stronger bond. If it does not, you're going to drop it. So, though you're going to be somewhat moody Aries, you're going to soon break out into a smile. So, this card is saying, keep following your own star and you're going to get your wish, but you may have to wait. But what you want will come. That, this is what this card is kind of suggesting. And it is also suggesting to you, too, to know that things are working out better and faster than you think. And problems that look like mountains will prove to be molehills. So, this card is telling you, as a suggestion, clarify your objective, and when faced, with circumstances you previously would have been under, Aries, recognize it as an opportunity to be at cause instead of effect and press through it, because you're going to attain some results for your long sustained efforts, but you're going to have more to go before major results can kind of be realized, or you're firmly really established, Aries, in the place that you really want to be. Okay, so Aries, since this reading does end in a court card, this would suggest that the person represented by this card, like I said, it could be an Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, possibly an Aquarius, has a solution to this problem that you're facing, or controls the outcome of what really is going to happen. Okay? And, I flipped over another card, and from Colette Baring's read deck. And the card that came up was Stuck in the Mud. And it appears that you guys have kind of been stuck in the mud for a while on this situation. And you really do need to kind of, like I said, just sit back and really make a decision, or a concerted effort, to make a decision, and make a decision based on using your head, not your heart. Okay? So, Aries, this is what I have for you tonight with regards to that ex-lovers reading, which I had intended to post a little bit sooner, but I've finally gotten around to it and had a chance to do so. Aries, if you haven't already done so, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Also, as always, I'm certainly interested in hearing your comments. And once again, this reading, as with any other reading, may not have resonated with everyone. Okay? For those for whom this reading did resonate with, I certainly hope that this has added some food for thought for you. And again, I look forward to listening to your comments. And should any of you wish to have a more personalized reading, please send over your request to WAT61073@gmail.com. And once again, remember to subscribe. Thank you.